streaming buddy is here real quick. We got snacks, we got glee, watching movies, you and me. The screen flickers, the night thickens. Streaming buddy, streaming buddy, my streaming buddy, my dear. Streaming buddy, streaming buddy, always close, never fear. Always close, never fear. The heroes fall, the villains rise, emotions swim in our teary eyes. The credits roll, the lights come on, another movie marathon gone. Who needs sleep? Who needs the sun? When epic stories have just begun. With every scene, with every line, our friendship grows oh so fast. Streaming buddy, streaming buddy, my streaming buddy, my dear. Streaming buddy, streaming buddy, always close, never fear. Always close, never fear. Always close, never fear.
Saw it coming, didn't move. Heart been rotting, truth came through. I wore pride like armor, but the rust bled through my shirt. Every step harder, left a trail of borrowed dirt. Pocket full of petty sins. Talk loud, kept the violence close. Smell smoke in my own skin. Laughed it off, played the villain role. I picked fear over faith, picked the streets over peace at home. Turned my name to a stain. Every debt carved deep in bone. Call for war in my whisper, sign my soul with the crooked hand. When I bragged, I was different. I was less than half a man. I got shot.
What is up, you guys? We're back. We're doing it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. This is the last Stargate Atlantis watch party, you guys. The last 4 episodes, we're going to be cleaning them up today. 17, 18, 19, and 24 episodes. And then we got our special features that we'll show afterwards, which you can see and hear here. We're going to start with Infection. That's what the episode's called, Infection, you guys. There it is, Infection. You know how it goes. Meet me at 5 seconds. We'll count to 3 and we'll press play at the same time. Whoops.
Was a voice in my busted chest. Did you build all this blunder? Did you call all this mess? Flashback to the corner where I laughed at the preacher's eyes, turned grace to a room with mercy.
I'm at 5. This is what I see. We're going to count to 3 and we're going to press play. Get there, find it, do it. Grab your snacks, your drinks, all your game party hangout. Or I'm sorry, Stargate watch party hangout enhancers. I'm going to kill the lights. We're going to kill the music. We're going to count to 3 and press play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Bro. Yeah. Nice. Damn, dude. We got a mystery in our hands. We'll see what happens. We'll see whatever the Wraith messed up again and how we got to fix it. Todd. Todd and his goons. Versus Bander and his goons. Damn, dude. The last night of Atlantis. That's it. This is the last night. Yo, 51, what's up, dude? Welcome in, bro. Last night of Atlantis, man. Damn. Damn, dude. You hear that? The choice is yours. Crack those drinks open, you guys. Cheers. Thank you guys for being here, for hanging. Jamie. Thanks for being here, hanging out. The last night of Atlantis. So sad, you guys. We've been doing Stargate for so long. Oh, yeah. This is the last of Atlantis. But we're gonna watch Universe. Not Origins. No Origins. If you're here for Origins, you better go somewhere else, bro. Yeah. It's only like what, 2 seasons? Yeah. It'll go by quick. Like I consider all three of those shows like pretty much Stargate. Whereas Origins, it's like it feels like it's not even really Stargate. Almost feels like a bad ripoff. But it's not, you know. The wall is melting. Oh shit. Bro, that wasn't no Wraith. What was that? That was Ratman, bro. Absolutely. Way in over your head, bro. You're on another galaxy. A human doctor trying to figure out problems for the Wraith. Yeah, I'd say you're in over your head. Bro, he melted too. Oh wait, no. They ate him? Bro. No, no, no. Eat him, like chew on him. Oh yeah. I wonder how much a wraith could chew if a wraith could chew meat. How much meat could a wraith chew? No, I just think because like if they've been feeding off of their little handhole for so long, for eons, then they have no real like jaw muscles for chewing. The only muscles they developed was from like speaking and grunting. That's not like, it's not the force needed to like actually chew through stuff. I don't think. Yeah, you know what do I know though, right? But I could just imagine them like taking a bite of something, and, like chewing through like one bite, and be like, "Oh, bro, I'm tired. This is what you guys got to do to eat and stay alive." You burn half the energy you've just used to eat that on eating that and chewing. What a waste of energy, bro. Damn, that's crazy, dude. I wonder if it was Jamie or 51 that didn't hit the like button. Hmm. Oh shit. Bro, those guys are ugly. Wraith mutants. You thought human mutants were gross, but wraith mutants. All of them? Nice. Thanks. Bro. You got radios? Tell me over the radio, bro. Is it some sort of secret nobody else can hear? You shouldn't have stole my formula and you wouldn't be in this predicament. Shoot him. Oh yeah, you don't have no handhold. Yes, right. Yeah, dude. In the words of my girl Linnea, all debts have been now paid. The homegirl destroyer of worlds. Bro. Damn. It's over. Bro. 15 seconds. Those little tiny firework thrusters are not going to help. Bro. Hold on to something. Yo. That's right. Damn, dude. Hell yeah, you guys. Next episode, episode 18. All right, next episode, identity. Oh yeah, I didn't really like this episode, but we're at 5 seconds. We're gonna count to 3 and we're gonna press play. Here we go. Get there, find it, do it. Everybody good? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Bro, who is this? What is she doing? Damn, that sandwich looks so good. I hear you. Oh shit. Got him. That's it for Zelinka. Dr. Keller, no. Why? Dr. Keller, you got downgraded. Bro. It's like right in his lung. Dang, dude. Bro. Adrian, what's up, bro? Thanks for rolling through, G. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're getting our dark tide on. No worries. I hope you got your Z's in, got some good rest. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, I definitely hear you. That's why I stick to my Arbides character. Anytime I try something else, it's just like, dude, I'm terrible no matter what I do. So I'm just gonna stick to this guy. That way my dog can help me out, get the other dogs off of me. Too bad my dog couldn't throw me a paw and help lift me up when I'm down, but that's why I got all of you great teammates out there. And then hopefully you'll be able to play with us again one of these days soon, bro. Get our duck trees on. How are you doing, man? How was your weekend? I hope you had a good Easter. Whether you were with family, friends, or just chilling it solo style. This is why you suffer. Yeah, no, I hear you, dude. Thanks, bro. I was going down a lot yesterday, though. But thanks. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. Nice, nice. Chilling is the best, bro. Relaxing. Do you think Ronan notices that it's not her? You know who would have really noticed? Teal'c. Teal'c would have known off rip. He would have been like, "She deceives you." That's what he would have said. And then everybody would have been like, "Oh, Teal'c said it," you know. And then Teal'c would have dialed up Braytac real quick and would have been like, "Come over here, check this out." And then Braytac would have came and confirmed, and we would have all been fine. Nobody would have gotten stabbed. It would have all been great. That's why I go Teal'c over Ronan, bro. Ronan's cool, dude, but Teal'c for life. Bill of Truth, welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're on our last day of Stargate Atlantis. We got this episode, 2 more episodes, some special features. And that's a wrap. We'll be shelving the box set. Walking cart. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Wow. Hell yeah. Rodney's all, what are you doing? This doesn't like you. Yeah, dude. That's right. Bro. Yeah, Ronan. Good job, Chewie. Yeah, dude. You just Sean Connery, bro. Yup. That's why they don't get along. They're all so conceited and full of themselves, thinking that they're the prettiest one. They all clash. No. Remember, behind the scenes, they're all buddies. So you're thieves.
You see, I told you. There is all kinds of treasure in here.
Okay, move fast. Take only what we can carry.
Yep, there it is. The device. Hmm.
I have no idea how this happened or why. Believe me, I'm just as confused by it as you are. But I am telling you the truth. Look, I'm sorry for hurting one of your people, but I felt threatened, and I only know of one way to deal with a threat. I don't want to hurt anybody else. I just want to get back into my own body.
What have you got?
I think I figured out what happened. The artifact that woman described, it rang a bell, so I did a little research. Turns out a few years ago, SG-1 encountered a similar device in the Glastonbury Cabinet.
The ancient communication terminal.
Exactly.
Of course, the stones, the psychic link.
What terminal? What stones?
Okay, look, SG-1 discovered an ancient device. There are these stones. If you place them in one of several recesses around the outside of the device, it activates it and allows it to connect to someone far, far away, across the galaxy, intergalactically even, which was the case with Daniel Jackson and Vala.
So this woman activated one of these devices.
I think so, yes.
Why'd she connect with Keller?
Yeah, my first question as well. And then remember Janice's lab. We have recovered tons of ancient technology from there, and we're still in the process of cataloging it all. Anyways, a few weeks ago, Jennifer visited me while I was working here.
Rodney, if we don't leave soon, we're not going to get a good seat.
Yep, almost there.
Come on, it's Dr. No, first Bond movie. I'm going to get stuck sitting behind Ronan again like last week.
Bro.
Not to mention all the popcorn's going to be gone.
This is amazing. I mean, this is the initial design concept for a personal cloaking device. And Janice never actually got around to making it, but I think, given enough time, I might be able to actually. Hey, we haven't cataloged those yet.
Sorry. What do they say about that?
Bro.
Stones must somehow be connected to the ancient terminal that woman Neva found.
But how could Jennifer activate one of these stones? He's right, it's ancient technology. Don't you need to have the ATA gene?
Well, it must have been initialized already. Maybe Janice did it thousands of years ago. Or maybe a tech initialized it after we discovered the lab. Look, the point is that Jennifer was obviously the last person to touch this, which is why it connected to her.
If I remember the case report correctly, disconnecting the device proved difficult.
Yes. I'm going over the SGC files on that, and there's still a lot of unanswered questions about how it works.
Hold on. If this woman's mind is in Keller's body, does that mean Keller's mind is in her body?
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, probably.
Then the question is, where is Dr. Keller?
Oh. But when Dr. Jackson and Vala used those stones, the people that they traded with weren't there in their bodies talking. They were like suppressed in their bodies or whatever.
Listen to me. My name is Dr. Jennifer Keller. I am the chief medical officer from Atlantis. I don't know
Yeah, she is. We'll gladly give her over to the proper authorities for money. Bro. Bro.
Should be alright. Aye, for now, but I need to stop the bleeding here. It's almost steady, Rodney. Could you give us a hand here, please? On the table, Ronan.
These are the people from Atlantis I was telling you about.
What happened?
She was shot by one of your men.
I warned you it was dangerous to venture out there.
But is she dead? No, but she's badly wounded. Tell her to need your hand here. I need to remove the bullet and then stop the bleeding.
And we need access to that communication terminal. We need to shut it down right now. But, Spirit, simply put, it creates a psychic link between two people. So Dr. Keller and this Neva Castle have switched places. They're in each other's bodies.
You're about a lioness, right? Yes. We'd be better off being our friend than our enemy. So why don't you be our friend and show us where that terminal is?
This way.
Yeah, that's right.
Still on.
Obviously, so turn it off.
There's no switches. But it looks almost identical to one in C1 found.
There's the bullet.
Oh, it's just barely right there on the surface. How lucky. Bro. Bro, sucks. Sucks to wake up with a gunshot wound. To a gunshot wound. Yeah, don't move. Bro. Damn. Swift alien justice.
I know. Major Lauren and his team just returned.
Damn. Bro. Bro. Yeah, get her, Rodney. Woo. All right, you guys. Next episode. Episode 19. Vegas. Vegas, you guys. I remember this one just being like a filler episode. I don't really remember the plot. Let's see. Detective John Shepard investigates a series of unusual murders in Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. It's like the other reality or something in Vegas, right? Or something. All right, you guys. Meet me at 5 seconds. Here we are. We're going to cut to 3 and press play. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Bro. Damn, that's right. One day we'll learn. Yeah, this episode's all right. I'm trying to remember, like, if this was at all like Stargate's episode with the quantum mirror and Daniel Jackson and getting the heads up that, you know, you know what I mean? But like, did they explain how this wraith is on Earth in this episode? I don't remember. We'll see, I guess. Just wait and see. But yeah, just like, wait, how did he get there though? It's not after. Yeah, it's before. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. They kind of explain it. Hell yeah. Stargate CSI. Yup. Yeah. No, this I didn't really like this episode when it first came out. I was kind of mad that knowing that the series finale was ending and having this to be the second to last episode was kind of, it was rough. Hell yeah. Bro, you are sick, dog. Bro. That'd be cool. They show my boy Alice in Chains playing the Wraith. My boy Alice in Chains. There he was. Yo, Alice in Chains. I'm the wraith in the box. Bro. Fake ears. Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson had hair like that? Bro. He kind of did a little bit. Oh, the song is Marilyn Manson. Nice. I had no idea. Nice. How appropriate to be playing Marilyn Manson for the Wraith. Pasty white alien. Vampire. Soul sucking monster. I mean, the Wraith. Damn.
He didn't have it. No way. Wait, where you going? You can't leave now. Look at this guy. Hey.
Bro. 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 All just to get away. Healed quick, bro.
You don't think that's contagious, do you?
Bro.
The guy next door checked out yesterday.
I never saw him. He used a TV.
Don't touch anything.
Sure. What is it?
It's a crime scene. Get lost.
Woolsey, bro.
Got another body here. I was just about to call in.
I heard about what happened. Have you seen it?
You following me?
There's a satellite locator on
Bruh.
Have some. I was joking. No, you weren't. Let's go back further, shall we? You were a helicopter pilot in Afghanistan, but were dishonorably discharged for disobeying orders and trying to rescue a field medic trapped behind enemy lines. You were shot down, obviously survived, but unfortunately the crash killed 4 American soldiers along with 8 civilians. You avoided jail time. The record was sealed for various political reasons. These things happen, right? Somehow you've managed to live with yourself since then. But I'm not sure other people would if they knew the truth.
I don't really care.
Yeah, that's too bad. You know, I once met another version of you.
There it is.
He was very different.
What?
Nothing is what you think it is.
It doesn't come as a surprise to me.
Look, we're not bad guys. We just want to keep the planet safe.
I doubt that very much.
I don't expect you'll believe me at first. I'm about to tell you some incredible things. Wormhole travel through a device called Stargate. Ancient races of humans on other planets, other dimensions in space and time. Even infinite variations of our own known reality, where alternate versions of you and I play out events in ways you can't possibly imagine.
Space aliens?
So this is what happened, huh?
Found under a mile of ice in Antarctica 5 years ago. Later moved here. It runs on a power source that extracts energy from vacuum space. Call it a ZPM. Well, ZPM. Sorry, I'm Canadian. Given the right power, it allows us to control some pretty cool weaponry locally near Mars. That's how we were able to defeat the Wraith hive shipment back 1918.
Are there more?
What, chairs?
No aliens.
Oh yeah, lots more. Fortunately, they're in other galaxies. For now, I know where Earth is. Detective?
Damn, dude. Bro. In Woolsey. Yeah, my man Johnny. Francois, what's up, dude? Hell yeah. Duck trees. Hell yeah. Bro. Hell yeah. Bro. Yeah, dude, blow it up. Shepard. Damn. Damn, bro. Well, he went out saving the world. Damn, dude, there it was. Last episode, you guys. Series finale. Get there, find it, do it. Episode 20. This whole time, has it really said season 3? Whoops. Yeah, that's better. All right, you guys. Last episode, Enemy at the Gate. All right, here we are. This is my 5 seconds. We're going to count to 3 and press play on the last episode. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. A ZPM powered hive ship, bro. Damn. Bro. Bro. Oh, tell me, Shepard. Bro. Hell yeah. Minimal.
Something's happening.
That doesn't make any sense. The plumbing system was down. These guys had us dead to rights, and they knew it. Why would they fly away?
Perhaps it's precisely because they knew we were no longer a threat.
It's not like the Wraith to be so charitable.
Todd said the ship isn't finished, right? They haven't adapted the full potential of ZPM, and maybe the battle maxed them out.
Well, if that's the case, I'd hate to meet up with them when they do finish it.
Give me a ride to the hangar. I brought the team from FBI with me.
Control systems are completely shot. My guys are working on a patch, but it could be days, even weeks before we're back online. For the moment, we're not going anywhere.
Sir,
What is it, Marks?
I think we may have something. Kevin, what the hell are you doing here? Reassignment. More fun and adventure in the Pegasus Galaxy.
Show us what you got, please.
It's a subspace signal. We detected it just before the hive jumped into hyperspace. It was weak. Luckily, I happened to be right on the sensor, or we might not have picked it up at all. Wraith code. Obviously.
This guy.
We're having trouble deciphering it because the message
Hate that guy.
residual radiation. How many have you seen it before? I have. Once when we met another me, and once during a talk with another Kevin. This signal sent from another reality.
I'm sorry, what the hell are you talking about?
Some Wraith somewhere in another reality sent a coded signal. Only whatever means they used to access subspace created a rift, allowing the signal to cross into multiple realities, including our own.
So what does it say?
Just give me a second.
Bro, now you're talking my language, Shepard. Yup. That's right. Hell yeah, dude. Just like that. Yeah, dude, exactly. We've been down this road before. Wait, what? Why would I need? There's plenty of people with the gene over there that can do it. Why would you need me to go all the way back to Earth just to use a chair? The guy in the chair. You lied to the guy in the chair, boys. Yeah, Carter. Woo! Well, my day's been made. Bro. Yeah, Carson. Bro. Whoa. We're out of here, bro. We're out of here, sucker. Damn, dude. General Hammond, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Atlantis is coming home. Bro, the picture of Woolsey's dog back there. Yo, Ghost Rider, what's up, dude? How you been, bro? I hope you had a good Easter. Hope you're chilling. It's the last episode, man. This is series finale right here. Not season, series finale. Right here. It's the last 20 minutes right here. And that's it for Stargate Atlantis. It's a wrap. Did you see me take off my beanie, dude? Have you seen that? Did you catch that? Were you there for that? Did you miss it? Bro, see, that's why you got to be here every stream. Bro. Damn, the chair's gone, bro. That's it. GTA 6? I hope so. Nice. Damn, chair's gone, you guys. The hope for Earth is gone. I know, right? I know, right? I know. You know it, Jamie. Bro. No worries, dude. Relax it. Get some rest. Get somewhere safe. And we'll be here chilling. You know how we do. Damn, there it is. The Wraith finally made it to Earth. For some reason. You know what that means? Why would the gate be offline now that the hive ship is getting closer? Can anybody tell me? Then Sam says to Vala, don't worry about that, Vala. We got a birthday in the other room right now. We need help decorating. There it is. Bro. Yo. Wormhole drive, you guys. Yup. Yo. Oh, got him. That's it. Ronan's done for, dude. They shot a hole in the side of it, but then there's like this giant tunnel behind it. Oh, bro, you're done for, bro. Guy. Bro. Bro. He's gone. There it is. Damn. Bro. How do you like that for a series finale? Damn. Why would you tell her that? You're supposed to be the boss man, Woolsey. Now, how is she gonna do her like job calmly if she thinks she's gonna be about to be? There's a certain chance about to be vaporized. Nice, nice, nice. They found him. Yeah, dude. Ronan's gone, bro, and you weren't there for it. Oh shit, there he is. Damn, dude, he came back to life like Zordon in the Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze. Here we are, bro. Bro, I would have played that off if I was Ronan. I would have been like, bro, you guys just left me there? I was bleeding out and you guys just left me there? You died. No, dude, I passed out from the pain. I woke up and you guys were gone. No, I'm just kidding. I was dead. I was dead. Bro. And then they all had a good laugh and had a pint afterwards. They tied one off down at the pub. Bro. Yo, I was like 2 seconds away from hitting that button. What if she would have said like John Wait and like he was already too far gone and pressed it. Yeah, Atlantis is there, you guys. Get him, Carson. Get him, Carson. Yeah. Bro. Wrecked. Damn, dude, a wormhole drive, huh? So Atlantis now has a wormhole drive, which means it can pretty much go back and forth from Pegasus and Earth. Quick. Couple minutes. Few minutes. Yeah. Ghost Rider, you still lurking, bro? That's right. He'll be back. Bro. Hell yeah, dude. Look at that. bro. Hell yeah. Bro. Yo, everybody's gonna see that. The whole world saw this. And then we called it Oumuamua and claimed that it left. Damn. Yup. Damn. Look at that, dude. The first time Atlantis has been home in what, a billion years? Or wait, several million years ago? Or whatever it said at the first episode of Atlantis when it took off. It says all several million years ago or something like that. One solution. Land on Earth, yup. That's right. Damn, dude. Hell yeah. Now we're cloaked, bro. Naval quarantine, protected airspace. Like you're chilling right there. Yeah, McKay. He gets the girl in the end. Fuck yeah. That was great, you guys. Great show. Great ending. Yeah, for sure. We gotta be. Hide a city on the ocean like that? No way. There it was, you guys. The last of Atlantis. Maybe one day they'll bring us back a movie. Maybe if this new Stargate show like does really well, hopefully, like if they did a good job and people like it, including me, because if I like it, like I'll watch it over and over, like I watched these over and over back in the day. You know what I mean? But it has to be as good as the originals, which it probably won't be. But if they do a good job, enough to get like big numbers, dude, it would be really nice if they could just give us that Atlantis movie wrap everything up that we're missing. The rest of the Wraith, the rest of Pegasus. All right, last bit of special features, you guys. Farewell Atlantis crew. Yeah, dude. It's a sad day for Atlantis. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, you guys. Let's see. We got some special features. We don't got many. Oh, we only got 2. That's it, huh? Yeah, because we saw Brainstorm special features last week. So all we got is Stargate Atlantis goes to Vegas and Deleted Scenes Part 2. Damn. All right. Well. There it is. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
We were throwing out ideas at the end of season 4 about what we could possibly do for season 5, and I thought it would be interesting to do an alternate reality story in which Shepard didn't make it into the Stargate program. I know the fans
A place of debauchery and sin.
Playing a homicide detective. I think that's a lot of fun, and I personally am very excited about
Slots?
shooting in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
But
Love slots.
you know, that's why I'm doing it. We had always talked about doing a story about having a Wraith on Earth, like what would happen if there was a Wraith loose on Earth. And I thought it would be fun if we did an episode that kind of riffed on that. What if you were, you know, flipping channels looking for Atlantis and you thought maybe you were watching the wrong show for a little while, but yet there are our main characters. And I had never really seen a lot of the CSI franchise. I watched a bunch of those just to see what it was about, and it's extremely stylistic the way they shoot that show, and it looks amazing. It was a lot of fun to do, to kind of step outside not just the reality of Atlantis, but the style of Atlantis, to try and emulate a different way of filmmaking, and then have it slowly kind of morph into
Hell yeah.
a more traditional Atlantis.
We are shooting the motel. It is a motel that's supposed to be in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's not the Bellagio. And this is where the Wraith has been hanging out. And our sick guy, who's been barfing in the bathroom in there, he gets exposed to some radiation. The Wraith is building a device in a trailer, and it's parked next door to this guy's room. Unfortunately, he gets sick because of it.
Well, originally we had hoped to shoot in Nevada. We had hoped to take ourselves on the road down to Vegas, and when we ultimately looked at it, we realized not only could we not afford the 4 days, but we probably couldn't afford 3. So we looked at opportunities to emulate that desert look up here, where we could take our crew and maybe get more time out of that money. So we drove out. Oliver, BC is about 2.5, 3 hours from Vancouver, and it's an interesting little pocket of territory because it's actually a desert in the middle of BC. It's the driest place in Canada, and the only place where we could even come close to getting that sort of scrub desert look that you get outside of Las Vegas.
Might have to lose the sweatshirt now. It's starting to get toasty. This is the tease of the episode in which we reveal that Shepard, in this reality, is a detective, and that he's on a case that he believes is a serial killer. And the final reveal will be looking back this way, and and when you see it, there won't be a mountain there. It'll be Las Vegas. It was absolutely perfect in the morning. It was beautiful. You can actually see the sky is completely clear blue. The first shot up we did was the crane down shot over the teaser scenario. You've got an ambulance and some cop cars and stuff. And the very first shot is you know, clear blue. So we got that shot. It was great. And about an hour later, the wind started to pick up, and it was unbelievable. It's the dust. It blows up because we're in a desert, you see. So there's sand over there, and you know they got this thing here. I got this contraption here. This is so I can actually see what we're shooting. And in order to see it, I gotta stick my face in here like this. So I look really cool doing that, don't I? Dust-proof and wind-proof and sun-proof. And cool-proof, too. It's cool-proof. The sand was just blowing in gusts. You had it in your eyes, you had it in your face. People were, you know, pulling their hoods over their faces or wearing bandanas, and it was like we were shooting in a desert sandstorm.
That's crazy, dude.
God knows where. It was
too much.
Probably one of the toughest shooting days that I've ever experienced. I think I have a pound of sand in this eye. It's the sort of thing that's a lot of fun to talk about now, because it was a great, you know, one of those great stories, great experiences, but it was not a lot of fun at the time. We had this massive explosion. I had wanted to do it early so that we had the opportunity of pushing it if weather or other circumstances had jeopardized it. The trailer, we had two trailers. We had a film trailer that we could go in and out of that looked really good, and then we had one that had been cut up into small pieces and taped back together with duct tape, believe it or not, that was painted silver. And that one was rigged with explosives. Like, I don't even know, you'd have to ask Ray how many gallons of gas were in that thing.
I've done the strafing run, it's done now. Okay. The truck will be done in a matter of another 15. Then I load the trailer. That'll take 40 minutes, and then we push a button. Right. And I just need to get this from you before you run away and I run away. For the strafing run, which is these guys here and the truck and the trailer, that's a separate entity in itself. At the end of the strafing run, then the trailer goes up, then the truck goes up a beat later. How fast do you want this strafing run? It's coming from a jet pretty fast.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. The explosion was going to be so big that if there was any amount of wind, they were concerned about controlling debris, flaming debris getting outside the area that we were trying to contain, but also there were power lines running down the middle of the location. Basically, they just would not have let us explode the trailer if there was any danger whatsoever of you know, of interaction with the power lines.
One of the biggest challenges in prepping that explosion was I was assisting Ray Douglas and his crew in attempting to get all the crew to a safe position. And we wanted to make sure everybody had some cover over their heads and in the back of a truck and not on any tailgates, or they were far enough away that they didn't need any cover because everybody wanted to watch.
Actually, to be honest with you, I always find these sort of things somewhat anticlimactic because there's so much buildup and so much talk about it, and then it's over in like a matter of seconds. It's just, there it is, and it looks great, and you watch it on film in slow-mo and you think, oh, that's awesome, but the actual act of filming it is incredibly quick. It's just boom, and it's over, and then everybody's, you know, clapping and patting themselves on the back, hopefully.
So it's like Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas or sex.
Bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got a fire over here. Maybe someone wants to put that out. I remember hearing that on the radio. It was, you know, because it was cardboard and stuff that was going to look like it was metal, but flying all over the place. And we kind of came out of the trucks to view the aftermath, and we saw Ray and Scott walking sort of slowly over to the burning debris, and then all of a sudden they just turned around and started walking the other way very purposefully. And you don't usually see them do that. They're usually in pretty quickly, and they've got their fire extinguishers going, and we're standing there, and all of a sudden I hear over the radio that, you know, something had not gone off. One of the cans had not blown, and we were not that far from that area, and just boom, this another secondary huge explosion went off, and
I was standing right beside Joe Flanagan, and a piece of burning debris went, you know, probably 50 feet over our heads, but went flying across the entire clearing. It was
Damn.
It was pretty scary. We could have easily been in the line of fire. You can't really replicate that with visual effects. It's you use visual effects in those sequences to do things like put your characters, you know, close to the explosion. I think there's a great shot where it looks like Joe Flanagan is, you know, sitting up against a car as the trailer goes up. And, you know, obviously he wasn't there. We shot that separately, so it could really be him and not put a stuntman in jeopardy, and then you just, you know, marry the two together.
That day we got some great shots with Joe Flanagan diving over the Camaro and Swiss cheesing that up with squibs and just all the stuff blowing on around him, blowing up around him. And the actors, Neil and Joe, just were fantastic, just were game for anything. We put a gun in their hand, they'd do whatever they were told, blow up their bodies, no problem. They're just like so into making this episode look fantastic.
It's a big episode, and yet it's not a big sci-fi episode. I mean, it was quite expensive.
Hell yeah,
but yet,
it does.
you know, the cost came
Building
from
your fort with
things
your
like going
with
on
your friends in the
location.
backyard,
After fighting the wind and sand,
getting Roman candles
yeah,
and
lots
bottle
of-
rockets and putting a couple sweaters on, shooting them at each other.
Planet Hollywood Resort.
The good old days.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
We were very, very fortunate to hook up with Planet Hollywood, who it was very, very cooperative and was enthusiastic about us doing pretty much everything that we really wanted to do.
The fact that it has this mezzanine level, a lot of the hotels don't have this high a ceiling in the casino, and it's one of the things that makes it so film friendly, is because you can set your lights and you have this tremendous view out over the balcony. A lot of times in casinos, the ceilings are 12-foot ceilings, so the lights are right there on top of you, and there's really nowhere to put your camera to look down on it or just see the whole spread as you can.
You really don't have a lot of control. It's one of those situations where, you know, it's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things can happen. The good things are that you end up with a ton of production value. It looks like we had 1 million extras that day. We were only controlling the immediate traffic around the Wraith, and you know, the rest was the public. And you know, you really hope you don't get a couple of you know, goofs waving at the camera or jumping up and down and or interfering with you in some way that negatively affects your shot.
Well, for me, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people who were corralling, you know, the public, trying to make sure that they didn't walk to our shot or wave at us. And, you know, hey, what you doing? You making a TV show here? It's not that complicated a sequence. We're basically just running our Wraith through the casino. This is a little music montage as he makes his way through the hotel and up to the suite where he's going to be playing the card game. But we really wanted to feature kind of the flavor of Vegas and being inside a casino, and you know, we went to all the trouble to come down here, so we wanted to actually, you know, shoot some stuff on the floor.
It was important to me to get shots of the Wraith walking down the Las Vegas Strip and seeing him interact with crowds. And those things kind of, to me, help to sell the slightly ridiculous scenario of having a Wraith participating in a high-stakes poker game. The poker game is made up of quite a colorful, you know, group of characters. Down at one end is Charlie Cohen, who is the executive VP of MGM. He's a huge fan of the show, and you know, is greatly responsible for the fact that we were shooting in Vegas. Next to him is Joel Goldsmith, who writes our music. He's been a composer for as long as Stargate has been on the air. And then there's 2 professional players, and then you know, we had a couple of the gentlemen, Steve Strippa and Frank Vincent, who you may recognize from The Sopranos. They were great guys, super professional. They were you know, really you know, excited to be there. And when you're writing a scene like that, and you know that you've got a couple of guys like that coming in for a cameo, you know, you're kind of torn. On the one hand, you know, you want that scene to be worthy of their talents, but on the other hand, it is just a cameo. So you know, you want that show to almost to be all about them. It's kind of funny. I had written a different scene, and I wasn't that happy with it, and heard Joe Flanagan talking about a situation in which his nanny's finger had actually been bitten off by one of her dogs. They had all been at an outdoor campfire at Joe's place, and the dogs got into a bit of a fight, and she had reached in to try and break it up, and one of the dogs actually bit the tip of her finger off. And he told that whole story, and I thought, you know, that is just too good to be true. You just can't make stuff like that up. And so I rewrote the scene and put that story. I embellished it to a certain extent, but that's the dialogue that Frank and Steve actually deliver in the show.
You got it in the fridge.
And where's the housekeeper?
She's at the hospital. She lost a ton of blood.
Really? Don't they need the finger?
Nah, it's too late to reattach it. She'll be all right.
Yeah, we've stopped there. We've cut.
You look good when you smile.
That's good.
The more you want to smile.
Gentlemen,
Yeah, we were down in a hallway of a service hallway of a working casino hotel. So there were still staff walking through. It was one of the first things we had to do stunt-wise down in Vegas. It was a little more chaotic working down there. There's always like somebody walking in the way or something, and I just had to be more sort of on top of things. Just people that you're used to working with know your style. They know when you're rehearsing. They know when you're not. And all the shooting crew came from LA, so there was only a couple of us from Vancouver here that were actually had been on Stargate Atlantis from the beginning. When you're down there and you don't know anybody and you're like, okay, well, I want to meet, oh, hold on. Who's the props guy? Somebody? I hired all the stuntmen from Los Angeles, and every one of them I had worked with before on some movie. So I knew that I was covered no matter what, but there's that variable of working with new people that is always a challenge.
I was really set on trying to do an episode that had real elements in it. In the case of the stunt, I wanted the Wraith to jump off of the casino building.
All I had to go on when we were prepping this high fall was drawings, and they weren't to scale, and photographs. I mean, it's very important when you're choosing an airbag for a high fall. You have to know how high the high fall is, because airbags are constructed specifically for certain heights. Also, I had to know what the width of the alley was that we were working in to place the airbag, because the airbag may not have fit in the alley, and it may not have been a deep enough alley to jump off the roof with.
what we have behind me right here is an airbag made for high falls. This one here is rated up to 80 feet. It's taken us, it takes about 45 minutes to get this rolled out and blown up and ready to jump in. We've just finished, as you can see down here, just finished marking it. I've had my stunt performer, Andy Dillon, up at the top there, spotting exactly where he wants the bag, and we've shuffled it around to his specs and basically ready to go.
What I'm hoping is that he's going to jump off and look as cool as possible. All of the cool stuff that makes action characters look good is the stunt guys. And the stunt guy's the one that's putting his life on the line to make the character and the shot look as cool as possible. So, I mean, these guys are invaluable. I'm in continual awe of what they do. They have a completely different relationship to pain than most people, and they put their bodies on the line.
It was a pretty high jump. But I also feel very confident in James Bamford, our stunt coordinator. So at that point, I kind of say, this is the scenario I want to see happen, and I rely on his expertise and professionalism to make sure it's gonna look good, but also that it's gonna come off in a safe way.
What Andy needed to know to perform this particular high fall was what I needed from him.
The stunt doubles are the Dudesons.
What Andy's about to perform is called style of high fall is called a face-off. So what he does,
The Wraith
he
stunt
steps
double.
off
It looks like one of the Dudesons.
straight off the side of the building, 1 foot off, as if he were running from the other end of the roof. He steps off and falls down face first. He'll end up flattening out and come down like this sort of trajectory. Stomach first, like so. about 10 feet from the bag, he'll spin himself like so and end up on his back.
We got him up on the roof, and he looked at it. We threw a couple rehearsal water bottles wrapped in towels over so he could see the trajectory of the fall. And once he saw that and he confirmed that the trajectory was fine for him, then he was ready to go. It was unbelievable, like unbelievably skillful. Landed perfectly, dead center, no problems, no issues. It was all hugs, and everybody was happy, and then we went on to the next scene.
Thank you. Yeah.
Safety is the key.
Thanks for
when
jumping so
off
I
a
wouldn't
roof.
have to. Yup.
I always feel like, you know, the amount of work is never really reflected in the final episode. You watch it, it's 42 minutes, and you know, people kind of like it, and then they forget about it. For the most part, it was really, really easy and you know, super cool as far as being able to make it look like, you know, we were in Las Vegas and on the Strip and in the casino.
That was awesome. Good shit, you guys. One special feature left. Deleted scenes. Come on. There it is. Deleted scenes. Whoop. Deleted scenes part 2.
What? More deleted scenes? Yes, we do. Are these ones going to be as awesome as the last ones? Probably not, but they're probably worth checking out nonetheless.
Bro, hell yeah.
The whole idea with this particular scene was to introduce the fact that Beckett was back in the Pegasus Galaxy and that he was going to do sort of a Doctors Without Borders. He'd be off helping the victims of the Hoffman virus, but still, you know, he'd be able to just step through the gate and take part in any Atlantis activities or adventures, you know, as the case, you know, would be. If you, as a producer, are able to excise an entire scene, then you realize that the writer has done something horribly wrong. Of course, in the case of Whispers, every scene was so gosh darn important that I couldn't lose an entire scene. So what I did was I went into this scene, and there were a lot of little personal bits of dialogue that I know the fans would have found interesting, but they didn't really add to the, you know, the actual story.
I can't believe you're leaving. I mean, you know, you're sick, we cure you, you go away for 6 months to recover, you finally come back, and now what, you're here a week, you're leaving again?
I'm sorry, Rodney, but for the time being, I've realized that my place isn't here.
What? Of course it is. What, are you kidding me? It's like old times, you know, you're back in Atlantis, you're back in your lab doing whatever it is you do, it's great.
No, it's not. As a doctor, I can't just sit by and do nothing while people in this galaxy are suffering, especially when I know I've had a hand in what's happened to them.
You cannot blame yourself, all right? Look, Michael forced you to help him. He's the one disseminating the drug.
Aye, and I'm the one who helped the Hoffmans perfect it.
Oh, come on, you know how many times I've screwed up? Lots. Well, not lots, but I mean, you know, less than the average person. But, you know, on occasion it does happen. Rare occasion.
I have an opportunity to help these people, Rodney. To save some lives and sleep a little bit better knowing I'm making a difference. And besides, now that I'm in the Pegasus Galaxy, I'm just a step through that gate.
You'll be dropping by for visits, will you?
I, of course, whenever I have a chance. Oh, aye, and I'll be taking my turtles with me.
Oh. Well, I mean, you know, technically they're not really your turtles. I mean, you wouldn't have known about them if I had told you, but, no, that's fine. Sure, you know. You should know that little Jeffrey's very fond of carrots, so you should put a couple of slivers in with each meal. And little Michelle, she's very fond of these cuddle bones that Jeannie sent over. So.
Well, you know, Rodney, now that I think about it, I will be traveling a lot. And I know it might be an inconvenience, but would you mind taking care of him a wee bit longer?
Sure, okay. I mean, if I have to.
Thank you, Rodney. Colonel, just in time to give us a hand.
In the case of Remnants, the episode was 9.5 minutes long. And as I pointed out, if you can excise an entire scene from the episode, then the writer has done something horribly wrong, because each scene should really add to the whole. In this case, not so much. You know, in retrospect, it is kind of an interesting scene in that Shen actually brings up examples of what she considered Woolsey's dereliction of duty and sort of his response to, you know, her accusations.
You really want to go through the motions with this?
Every last one.
Fine. In your very first crisis situation, you demonstrated a shocking disregard for procedure when you refused to deal directly and decisively with a threat to this city.
You mean I refused to kill Dr. Keller when she was infected with an alien contagion? True. Instead, I adopted an alternate course of action that ultimately allowed me to eliminate the threat and save the life of my chief medical officer. I believe the IOA cleared me of any misconduct.
Yes. But what concerns us is that the incident was the beginning of a pattern of behavior, not an aberration, but the first in a series of suspect decisions. Ronan Dex was permitted free reign of the city only days after swearing allegiance to the Wraith.
There were extenuating circumstances. They were detailed in my report, had you bothered to read it.
You allowed the replicators to establish a corporeal presence here in Atlantis.
And in so doing, dealt with them directly and decisively.
The fact that it all worked out for you in the end is beside the point. You, of all people, should know that. You certainly used to.
That was before I took this job. But it didn't take me long to realize that the solutions to the problems that this city faces on a daily basis aren't to be found in some official manual of conduct. They're to be found in the hearts of the people who risk their lives to be here.
A noble yet wholly impractical sentiment that will, sooner or later, come back to bite you in the ass.
Well, until then, Zhao, I respectfully urge you to back off.
Yeah, tell her, Woolsey. Got him.
The next episode we're going to talk about is Brainstorm. This show was pretty to time, so there's just a couple of things that we had to inch out of it. The first was a walk and talk that was to start off the episode. It was a scene with Shepard and Ronan, kind of that would have transitioned right into the cafeteria scene. It worked great, but it was an easy 30 seconds to cut, and so we did.
There's too many buttons.
I'm just pissed because I beat you all the time.
Game's stupid anyways. Aliens don't even look real.
Bro. Video games are good for your hand-eye coordination.
You keep making me play them to coordinate my hand with your eye.
Listen, don't worry. There are no video games on M4X179. Just perfect, consistent 20-foot waves.
The next scene is it's kind of a fun little scene that again we had to take out to ramp up the jeopardy and keep the action moving. Was a fun little interchange between Dave Foley and David Hewlett. Really frustrating having two Daves on set playing essentially the same character. By the way, don't ever, if you go on to be a professional anything, don't do that. So, but this is a really fun scene that I think Dave Foley nails that we just had to trim down because of time.
We could. No, that's not going to work.
You didn't even listen.
Hey, we'll try to interface the building's power so we can overload the bridge. Wouldn't even get us halfway there.
And actually, that wasn't what I was going to say, so...
No? What was it then?
Something else.
Which was...
You know what? It doesn't matter, because it wouldn't work anyway, so...
Look, this device is capable of generating its own power, right?
You know, you get these little notes when you get about 3 or 4 days when they're like, you're 7 minutes under. And you're like, oh my God, we're 7 minutes under. What are we going to do? And Bill Nye was standing next to me and he was like, why don't I do like a little, you know, like Bill Nye thing? And I thought, oh man, that would be the best. I think it turned out so good. He wrote it himself. He performed it. He did a slam dunk. I think it would have been the perfect way to end the episode, but it's 50 seconds, and we were just like I didn't know where else to take 50 seconds out of the episode. You're probably gonna watch the episode and be like, you could have taken 30 minutes out of the episode. It stinks. In which case, that's not cool, man. I'm sitting right here.
Bro,
Hi, I'm Bill Nye. Now, Stargate's universe is an extraordinary one. Wouldn't it be cool if we could ship excess heat, nuclear waste, or bad guys to some other part of the universe where it's some other time? On Stargate, this is difficult, but possible. For us, not so easy. Nevertheless, science fiction reminds us that we can all work together, even wraiths,
Hell yeah,
to
Jamie.
solve problems. Think of all that science and imagination brings us. We've got telescopes, television signals, and the means to feed billions of people. Now, we have enormous problems facing us, and it's going to take all of us working together with our science and imagination to solve them. So relax with the Stargates, and then let's change the world.
Hell yeah. W. Bill. Well, you guys, there it was. That was the end of Stargate Atlantis. We did it. We watched it. We made it happen. We had a good time while we did it. I hope you guys had a good time watching as well. Hanging out, partying together. Well, you guys, there it was. Yup. The end. That's the end of Atlantis, you guys, but it's not the end of Stargate. Next Wednesday, we'll be starting Stargate Universe. So, if you guys are down for that, we'll be doing it here, just like we've been doing this, but continuing with Universe. Universe and special features. So we'll be doing that next Wednesday. Tomorrow, you guys will probably play more games. We'll be playing games here and there. We still got Crimson Desert to play, Pokemon Fire Red to finish. I started Minecraft the day before yesterday. So, some more games peppered in there. Friday, we're going to catch a movie. Not too sure exactly which movie, but you'll see, as like I like to say, you'll see.
You'll see.
And then Saturday, Sunday, usually I'm not on, but maybe I'll pop in. Monday, we'll go back to the cartoons. We got some Futurama. We only got 2 discs left, but there's 5 episodes in these 2 discs, so maybe we'll watch something else with it. Not too sure exactly, but we'll be doing it. And then Tuesday, back to the 40K stream. Maybe some painting. Definitely some Dark Tide. Tomorrow, probably some Dark Tide. Maybe some painting, probably not, but we'll see. Thank you guys for hanging out, for rolling through, for hanging out, for enjoying the series finale of the Stargate Atlantis. We did good. We did all right. We did well. Jamie, thank you for being here. 51, thank you for hanging out. Ghost Rider, thank you for coming through. Francois, thanks for stopping by. Adrian, thank you for being here. Bella True, thank you for coming through. And any other lurkers in the back, I appreciate you guys. Bots, thank you for being here. We'll be back. We'll be here. We'll be doing it. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, what 51 said. Don't forget to slap them likes. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you all. I hope you guys have an excellent rest of the evening, morning, night, day, whatever you got going on over there. And I will catch you guys here on the next one. Peace.